Is the one you've been waiting for, the world launch of the brand new Stamps by Me Quattro D Fashion Collection, issues 10 and 11 in the Quattro story, and this is the first ever featuring fashionable items, perfect for Mother's Day, perfect for those teenagers in your life and beyond. You are getting the 2 new exclusives, by the way, and then where are you going to go with them? Are you going to use them to make and sell? Are you purely going to use one element of the 4, any single combination? And this is the last Quattro launch until June, when Christmas kicks off. So this is the one I do not want you to miss out on. It's 541402. Got Flexi Buy as well if you want to divide the cost, and there's lots more on the show, so I can encourage you to get on the website craneCraft.com, because you've got not 1 but 2 happy hours on the show. So on the website craneCraft.com, that's where we go. Everything here brought to you by Toni Derrick. Toni, good afternoon, good evening. Did you say afternoon, evening?
Afternoon.
You're right. Yep.
Nice to see you.
Like your little train when you came in here.
Oh, I'm excited.
Well,
Fashion.
as are we. 25% of the stock gone. 25% of the stock disappeared already. 1 minute 20 seconds on air.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well done,
I think
everybody.
People have been waiting.
Before, so what took you down this route?
So you'll seen us on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that was a big ask to put them all in one show. So I've separated them, and today you have the other 2, which is that classic handbag and the high heel shoe that we all dream of walking in, but actually can't. So they work completely together. So if you did get the other collection from the weekend, these are going to work beautifully. They're all sized in keeping with, so you can build those scenes and build those cards. So for those of you that might not know what Quattro D is, tuning in for the first time, it is designs 10 and 11, but basically it's a 4-stage concept that give you that shop bought finish. So no longer do we go into stores and press those cards that were out of a handmade card maker's reach, okay? We actually can do it now with Quattro D. It's totally taken the world by storm, and you have the four concepts that we do every day in our craft. So I'm not asking you or teaching you another craft. It's all of the crafts that you already do. So we have stenciling, layering stencils. We have dies. We have coordinating stamps, and then we have the 3D embossing folder. Combined is awesome, but they work as independents on their own. I really love it.
If you haven't done stamping before, but you're a die cutter, or you've heard of the layering stencil elements, but you haven't done that yet, you get them all in there. For, you see on the red box, $17.99 first of 3 interest-free flexi pays. I know we've got a lot to show at demonstration, but yeah, talk us through the boards, please.
Yeah, so if you are maybe a little bit advanced and want to colour, then absolutely you can do that. But this sort of 4-step process is going to enable you to look absolutely amazing, way better than we could possibly achieve by picking up a pen or a pencil. So up here, it's 3D. It's got the ridges, it's got the spots, it's got the handles in there. But let me just break it down for you. So stencil 1, you just stencil through the elements. This is stencil 2, this is stencil 3. Together, you get a beautiful, flat sort of embellishment for a card. I say flat, it is totally 3D, but I haven't used the die or the 3D embossing folder. The embossing folder works as an entity on its own. I'll tilt that forward.
Yeah. Perfect.
There you go. And then, if you want to add the outline dies, you absolutely can. On this embossing folder, we have love, the word, and then this beautiful, beautiful sentiment as well. So you cannot achieve this without this 4-stage process. Quattro D is so popular right now. People are collecting them. This is designs 10 and 11, and they all work together. We've done timeless florals, we've done cocktails, so if you have those young ones, on-trend girls, even the sassy mums and grandmas and things like that who love a good handbag, they're going to work beautifully for these. So that's the handbag.
And this card sort of alludes to the next stage of it, which is those high heels we can't wear, is that right?
Absolutely. I would have a good go though, but
yeah, absolutely.
We'd be off in half an hour, I think. so here we are. Look, this is in black. Now, could you ever colour that? Ask yourself a question, could you colour that? I certainly could not. That beautiful flash of light, halo in there is giving me that 3D appearance. We have the embossing folder, so we get that shop bought finish. But let me just talk you through the stages. So stencil 1, stencil 2, stencil 3, combined and die cut here. Absolutely incredible. The embossing folder works on its own. The stamp works on its own. The stencils work on their own. Amazing. Change up the colour with your embossing folder, and we also get this HB to you, which is happy birthday to you, because we had space on the fabulous embossing folder. So again, they're beautifully sized, so you can build in with all of your other collections. You can build these in with your timeless
That's so cool, isn't it?
That's stamped on pattern paper, so we cut the stencils out and we just stamped onto pattern paper. How cool is that? Add in your mediums, use the outline with your wow powders and your sparkly pastes like we did in the other shows. Absolutely awesome.
Wow, so yeah, as you said, you haven't seen it before, you're going to be doing this all live. It's really quick how it all comes together, but super impressive, isn't it? This is a world launch to get these home, and to celebrate, you've got a monetary discount, £16 off, thank you very much, and 3 interest-free flexes. Of course, you can use ClearPay or PayPal if you'd rather, but on the screen, month by month, £17.99, that is it, plus your P&P. 541402, 19 comp set pieces for you. Not forgetting, you can scan the QR code on the screen if you wish to download the Cranecraft app. That's very exciting.
It is.
You can do that right now if you want. Tell you what, do that and check out your baskets. Here's an idea of what this show is all about. All those samples, Tony.
So cool, aren't they? My design team are awesome.
I just heard a third of the overall stock sold out 7 minutes in. Bravo, everybody, 541402. But you've got 3 flexies here, haven't you? So we've also got some other elements on the show that you can put in that same basket, same P&P, divide that by 3 as well. Love this cardstock, proper bright.
So this is sort of like a one-off, okay? So basically you have 6 beautiful colours. You have a teal, a beautiful tealy colour with a blue undertone, a shocking pink, a posh pink, an orange and a yellow. But the cool thing about this is one side is textured, one side is smooth. They come in blocks, and I say blocks because they are gummed, of 30 of each.
Right.
So you just tear the sheet off when you're ready, no curly corners or anything like that. And it's a beautiful uplifting summer, spring sort of collection. And that price for 180 sheets of card is just amazing.
Incredible,
Once
isn't
it's
it?
gone, it's gone.
So it's basically in your flexi basket, £10 today, unless you're in the club at £9. 987-880, the coloured card collection. Bravo, everybody, checking out your basket. Now, we promised you 2 happy hours for this world launch. The next one only got finalised probably an hour ago.
Yeah.
So I'm so pleased for this 4 p.m. show we were able to bring it for you. It's a mixed bag, like not a pick and mix, like a...
It's like a goodie bag, isn't it?
A goodie bag, yeah.
So it's a little taster of Stamps by Me. So I appreciate that every time we're live, we might have new customers and you might not have a Stamps by Me product. And that's absolutely fine, but it's a great introductory for you to get to know the brand, understand what we're about. So on the back of them, we always have our QR codes, so you can scan the QR codes and get that instant inspiration. But this is a crazy price, I cannot tell you. So you are guaranteed... most of them are packed in this sort of format. You have these, but there may be some variables. So you may have a different stamp or a different die or a different stencil. But it's guaranteed A5 die, A5 stamp, and a stencil. Is that okay? So basically, this one is normally on its own £18. So you're buying this and you're getting the stamp and the stencil absolutely free. Just
to show you sort of size of the dies we are talking about. It could easily be this trio, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
It could easily be, but this sort of value for £18 in the club. That is absolutely... So break down this value, the sort of RRP of these 3 items.
So £18, and then £8.
There we go. So it's like you're getting the dies, you're paying for the dies, then getting the a stencil, and then... Oh, there we go. Boom.
Nice floral stencil in that one.
Beautiful, isn't it?
So we have other floral stencils you may receive. You'll definitely receive a die, a large A5 die, and you'll definitely receive an A5 stamp for £18.
£18?
I know.
Divide it in your flexi basket over there. What's that? £6?
Yeah.
Divide it by 3, interest free, still same P&P. So it's very much first come, first serve. 382020 for that mystery bundle. Let's have another one, Tony. Got some big dies over here. Our butterfly.
Yeah, so we launched this on our Christmas event, and it's that big butterfly that gives you that really big card. Okay, so you can build up. It does a freestanding card. You can interchange the bodies. And again, this is basically what we have left from our Christmas launch. So what is left? Grab those bargains, though, guys, because you know these are £19 at full price. So it's a great introductory to Stamps by Me, in my opinion, of these happy hour deals, and that's why I put them in, because I know 100% that once you get a product from Stamps by Me, you interact with that fabulous QR code on the back and get involved with the Stamps by Me family, you will come back time and time again. We have so much fun. We're a family-run company who love to create with craft.
And thank you for treating us this price point then. You'd much rather it be in your hands than your hands. It's really exciting. £9.90 in the club. And these happy hours, both the mystery bundle and this, the price goes back up in 50 minutes, this show. So if you're going to go in the same basket as your Quattro D, maybe, but 918-614. All of your other item numbers, by the way, are on this show page, createandcraft.com. All in one transaction if you can, because after all, it's cap P&P of only $3.95. But on the website, createandcraft.com, if you want to get any individuals, you can do. And by the way, have a look further down the counter, down the counter it is, on the show page, because we've got all sorts of collaborations between Toni and Teresa Collins. We've also got some other background stamps and dies as well for you. But the key players for me are those happy hours, the cardstock and the Quattro D for this world launch, all in one transaction. You've got 3 flexis. You can, if you wish, divide the cost interest-free. Toni, are we starting with a bag? Are we starting with
What do you want me to start with? You decide.
Heels, please.
Heels, okay. So let's do that fantastic heel. So basically, it's the same process for both, okay. On the packet, you get the 4 stages. It shows you what you should get in the packet. It tells you how many pieces. And then when you turn it over, the concept is built across the back here. And this is the most important part about this packet. It's eco-friendly packaging. It's all in one packet. Keep it in the packet. And this is an updating QR code where you might scan it one day and it'll have 1, and you might scan it again and it might have 20 because we've continued to use it. So it's all of the products that we bring to you here at Create and Craft.
So all these 4 elements are all in the one.
Absolutely. I'm beyond the days of several plastic packets and inserts. My son says I need to do better, and this is me doing better. So let me just show you what you get in the packet, okay? So in the packet you get 3 stencils on this occasion. Now I am incredibly proud of our stencil system. We get so much dimension in so little stencils. So those 3 stencils are going to give me this look. And wait till you see it as well, because you are going to get exactly what is on the front of this packet. So 3 stencils. Then we get our fabulous coordinating stamp. And then we get our outline die. There is also an outline die for the lipstick, and then we have our 3D embossing folder, which has the heel, the lipstick, and the HB2U, which is Happy Birthday to You. So it's quite trendy, is that one. So all of the elements combined, fabulous. So let's show you, when I say fabulous, how fabulous and easy it is. And I would say if you're making 1 card, make 3, okay, because you've got your stencils out. Just move your stencils onto another piece of paper. Have lots of them, layers done, embellishments, and then you can pop them in a packet and sell them if you want to. Sell or put them on your stand and people can pick the colour of the shoe.
Good point.
Things like that. So the layering system is super easy. They have 4 hearts in the corner, so you can ink through the hearts for the lining up process if you want to. I would say when you've done it once you won't bother, but they are numbered as well. Make sure you follow the number system. Now, I just put my stencil into the corner of my cardstock just for the alignment. It's super easy, but if you have your magnetic glass mat, you can hold it in place if you want to. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to go number 1, and I'm going to do it this way so you get a visual. So I'm just going to line it up, top left.
Oh! You just heard that, Toni, didn't you?
Yeah, it's not good having a fringe when you get all hot and bothered, you know.
Oh, tell me about that. That's why I clicked mine back.
I haven't pinned it back today.
50% of the Butterfly Happy Hour has sold out. 50%. So congratulations, everybody. 50% off. Nearly that for non-club members. But 918-614. That is a big die, isn't it, for your card blanks? I like the way you can build up the body if you wish. You've got the smaller version. They could be all layering up on top of each other for a fanned-out winged effect. But yeah, £9.90 in the club. That's £3.30 in your 3-way interest-free flexi basket if you're putting it in the same basket as Quattro.
It stands proud as well, which is cool. And on the front of that butterfly, you can see that fantastic word inside, which just says Christmas, which if you go to the other bundle, which is £18 for all of that, you get the similar words that are very similar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point.
Like we thought about it, you know. So here's number 1. I'm following the number system. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do this shoe here. So I'm going to take some ink on a little ink pad, and I'm just going to stencil through. So get some colour lay down. Don't be too precious about how you lay your colour down. It's not really that important because each layer is going to cover every time you add one layer upon the other. So colour on. And then you can see we've
It's
got...
like you're designing your own shoes, designing your own handbags, right?
Well, you can do multicolour. So I'm doing one colour through each layer, but if you swap several colours through each layer, you get like one of those like halo-y holographic shoes, you know, like from the 80s that you used to wear with pop socks and things like that.
I think about the 80s today. You said you were listening to 80s on the way down,
Yeah, listening
weren't
to 80s music, yeah, I was. So number 2, so as you can see, the number system, make sure the number system is looking at you. It's super easy. Just take your time on the first occasion, then after that, you probably won't follow that, you'll just know. And if you do want to align the hearts, you just pop some ink through the hearts and line it up. But if you just line it up at the edge of the card, it's that easy. So I'm just going to take the next stencil and I'm just going to push on. I'm just going to use the same colour because I appreciate maybe people at home might not have 9 million colours. So I'm just showing you that it can be built with just the one ink pad if you want to. So next colour. So I'm just pressing on a little bit harder because I'm using...
I know you're not using your Eureka. I'm sure you absolutely could do. But
yeah, you could,
you haven't got to.
No, yeah. So you can see the dimension now
wow,
coming
that's so
together.
clever.
It's cool, isn't it? And then number 3, so I'll make sure I can see number 3 on my stencil there. Now the cool thing about this is if you sort of like add the ink through and you're not particularly happy with it or it's not dark enough, just go back to stencil 1 and add more colour. You know, there is no rules. You can revisit a stencil and add more colour. Like I'm going to press really hard on this one, but if it isn't dark enough, I'm just going to maybe add a bit of black just to make this last layer absolutely pop. It is super, super easy. And I think the results of that colour, it makes you smile, which is brilliant because that's what crafting is all about. There we go, look.
One
How
colour.
cool is that? Which is absolutely fabulous. And if you feel great as a crafter, then I've done my job. But I think like giving it to somebody and somebody saying, how on earth did you make that? Or did you paint that? Or how have you done it? Because people always ask the question, like, so cool.
Like, I know you got the die, so you could be cutting out a pair of them if you want.
So that is stencil 1, the first stage of the process, sorry, 1. So the second stage is the stamp, okay?
And so you could stop there. That could be it, that could be a background, whatever you're doing.
You could do several high heels scattered all over the page. You don't have to use the stamp if you don't want to. The stamp looks gorgeous in heat embossing on that last layer. So all then you do is you pop the stamp on top and just line it up best you can. And again, don't worry if you don't quite line it up right because there's a little bit of a 1mm error. So if you've got a bit of a tremor or a bit of a shake, or maybe you're not the best stamper in the world, it's okay. You will be okay with this sort of concept. So I'll just lean in. Make sure I've got it lined up. So take a second with it, and then I think I'll just go about there. So let's just stamp it out in black. Now, if you do it on black card and stamp it out in white, it looks absolutely incredible. But I'm just showing you the concept. And over the course of tonight, and tomorrow, I'll do as I did at the weekend. I'll show you all of the different ways that you can get different looks and different results. Right, the weekend, I think I made 12 cards over the whole weekend, and I just had so much fun. I could have kept going and going and going. Easy tiger.
I love the ratio of those, which the remaining stock is on our website. If you missed out those products, they are super limited stock, literally double figures there. But it's all in ratio. It could work with these,
yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
if you wanted to. You haven't got to, of course.
Everything's been built to work together, but now look at that. That's just absolutely finished that shoe if I want to. But again, the brilliant part about it is I don't have to use the stamp if I really don't want to, okay? It's so, so awesome.
Oh, you know what? If you got the cocktails, if that was up your street, I think this kind of
you could
party vibe, I feel like,
absolutely. There can be really on-trend cards, but yet really classic in design. If you team them up with some vellum flowers or some flowers of some form, they can be really, really pretty. So let's get the die here. And the embossing folder, actually. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to... Oopsie daisy, doing what you're doing, Dan. So let's die cut this one. So super easy again, just pop the die around, the coordinating die. Now I'm just doing the shoe on this first demonstration here, but absolutely you can, do both of them together if you want to. Okay. So let's pop this around here. So you'll pop it round like so. You can tape it in place if you want to. I'm just going to go and add it on.
I do think for Mother's Day, maybe you've got teenage girls or grandchildren or nieces, nephews, whoever, of course. I think it's really...
Or a diva.
Or a diva.
No, a diva.
Oh, have I ever met one of them?
Have you? Do you know I've been cheeky?
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you.
He said earlier, oh, you are a mum. You were mumsy. I'm like, oh, cheers. Trying to be trendy.
You are trendy, but you also bought me some sandwiches.
Well, now I'm a diva.
I wasn't saying you, Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, look.
Tony brought me sandwiches because she's a very nice lady.
Sandwich and a packet of crisps.
And a packet of crisps.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions coming in about the sandwiches now. We'll answer them all during the show, don't worry.
No, Dad normally gets me a sandwich or something, so it's fine. So there we go. There's the Absolute shoe at its best. Now, normally you would stop there because of the three-stage process, the stencils. That is absolutely common. However, now we've game-changed it with a fabulous 3D embossing folder.
Now, is this the kind of order you do things in, like emboss last? Or maybe what if you emboss first and you want to colour?
You can emboss last, but if you make the mistake of embossing first and then you die cut, it'll crush it a little bit, but just put it back in. It's fine.
Okay.
You can just sort of like bring it back to life again. So all you need to do is, when you get your embossing folder, okay, there's only one way it will go into the embossing folder. It won't go in this side, look, because it doesn't line up. Can we see? It doesn't line up if you try and do it on the back. There we go.
Yep.
So there's only one way that it will go in, so it's obviously on the front here. So I'm just going to take a moment, line it up.
A lovely email from Nina. Nina, thank you so much, saying she's ordered hers. Nina, I wonder if you got hold of this weekend's as well, or previous Quattro Dias, or maybe you saved it, get for this one. But love to hear any Quattro Dias. What do you call people who Quattro D?
Quattro D.
Quattro D. Studio@creatingcraft.com. We'd love to hear from you.
I do get off. Oh, sorry, wrong place. I do get often asked, when are the next ones? When are the next ones? I'm like, oh.
Well, very good point, because the next ones aren't till June, which is going to be the Christmas editions, which sound really cool. So actually, if you want that Quattro D hit, there's going to be a couple of months missed off, isn't there?
Yeah, Christmas like no other as well. I'm shaking it up this year.
You are.
We are renowned for our Christmas launches. People absolutely wait for Stamps by Me's launch, but this year I'm totally shaking it up. In fact, I'm actually taking a risk.
Is that about the one you told me about?
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I can tell you, I'll...
Don't tell.
Oh, no, I haven't told a soul. I'll tell you on my Facebook.
No, he won't.
I won't. I know I'm not meant to, and I won't.
So when you open it out, it doesn't look like there's any 3D on there because you can't see for the colour. But what I will do is show you the back, and then you you can see. Oh, there you go. You can see the embossed detail. So it has that rise and fall where you would put your foot. Absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful? That is halfway through the demonstrations. Loads more to show you, but we must give you a chance to check out your baskets. 541402. You can see the monetary saving on the screen. If you're in the club, £16 off. Flexi buy if you wish, $17.99 this month. That's your first of 3. Don't forget your happy hours. Remind you of lots more on the show, but here's your chance to press checkout.
You get the goodies, I'll get the door.
Okay.
Hello, Create and Craft Delivery.
Wow, this is the biggest order I've ever seen.
Haven't you heard? If you order anything from Create and Craft now, it's a cap P&P of $3.95 per order.
Cap P&P of only $3.95 for all of this?
Yes, it doesn't matter what you order or how many different items you buy.
What, even the really heavy stuff like this?
Yes, sewing machines, die-cutting machines, everything in the van.
Oh, there we go. That's the last of it.
I don't think they're at home. We'll have to come back later. I'll warm up the van.
Oh, hi! Fancy a cuppa?
Oh yes, that'll be lovely. Chop, chop, Dan. Order 2 or more items from Create and Craft and we'll cap your postage at just £3.95, no matter how many different items you buy. Shopping at Create and Craft just got even better.
It is genuinely so exciting to hear how many of you are putting in that same basket, taking advantage, dividing the cost if you wish, and the happy hours are going in. Or some of the previous ones we haven't got time to show you this show. Or maybe you're across the world. I know I can hearing everyone shopping in America, in Europe. Thank you so much for tuning into this world launch from Toni, Stamps by Me, of the latest Quattro D, of which there's not going to be another one till June, which is Christmas. So let's make sure we get that hit of new, innovative, fashionable items, which is exactly what you're seeing right now. Already 24 minutes in, and Toni's got shows tonight and tomorrow. 40% of the stock has sold out. You get the idea. You just saw the heels. We're going to do the bag side of things next, but this is the kind of thing that you can be creating. It's incredibly stylish, incredibly modern. if you want it to be, maybe you want to do it like a satchel, maybe you want to go for a leather-esque look of a bag, maybe you don't want to put the handle on there, maybe the sunglasses don't work for you, but the lipstick does. I love that Love sort of embossed detail within that card. That's really cool, isn't it? And that is so striking with the yellow. I think it can be the most modern, you can still make and sell it if you wish after all, but for those teenagers, maybe early 20s, maybe it's for your best girlfriends, maybe it's for somebody else. But to get hold of both of them together at 541402, that is for the brand new Quattro D. The Weekender, I like that, Meg, the Weekender that was, yes. The Weekender just went away. There is double figures left, so extremely limited stock, but you can still get hold of them. It's talking about the cake and that beautiful perfume bottle. You've still got that Weekender price, $53.98. So if you want to go for the last few of those, if you haven't got hold of it yet, and you're getting the idea, the stamps, the dies, embossing folder and layering stencils, 834680. I'll quickly show you what they look like, but extremely limited stock. This is going to be your last chance. You've got the idea of how the cake, oh gosh, that could be a Victoria sponge, it could be a chocolate cake, it could be a wedding cake. Absolutely delish. You've got the roses to go on top, you've got extra wording as well through your dies and your stamps. And there's a lot more to say on this, but I know we've also got to crack on with demonstrations on the brand new one. So you get the cake, and then this perfume bottle, for example, with the sunglasses from the new collection in the background, or with the bag in the background. And that big flaw could, of course, be completely removed from the perfume bottle, couldn't it? It could be a tag, it could be a statement topper. Smell good, feel good, live a life of love. Wishing you lots of happiness, thank you. Isn't that absolutely divine? And the embossed detail is excellent. Okie dokie, 22 pieces within there. It's 834680. That could go this hour, let alone see 8 p.m. tonight. That's completely up to you. But good news, you're watching us right now, 4 in the afternoon. Everything's in stock at the Mo. So everything you see, of course, on the website, createandcraft.com. The new card stock, by the way, and a lot of you are asking about it, 180 sheets, 30 of each colour. They are bright, they are vibrant, they are super smooth on one side, they are textured on the other for $26.99. And that's your club price. It's $987,880. So congratulations everybody popping that in your basket. And all of that stock is loaded as you see fit. Tony, whilst I got you, the butterflies are clearly going to sell out in the show.
Okay.
It's limited stock.
Yep.
So a quick shout out for you about this. You said this is the previous Christmas launch?
Yep, absolutely. But obviously it's not Christmas, it's a butterfly. But we've brought it in with the range because we had berries and buds and it built in beautifully. And just to be a little bit different. So it makes a beautiful, ornate, freestanding butterfly card. It has the cinch detail on the outside. It has the next tier down, which is a totally different shape. It isn't a replication of the same design. It's a different shape, which is wonderful. You get the 3 bodies if you want to. And once you layer them up in patterned papers, they look beautiful, but just a white butterfly with a coloured sentiment in the centre. Absolutely stunning. Now, we will not be bringing this back. It's done.
Oh, so the last 6 units in existence are currently loaded on this show. Yeah, that's all. 6. 918614. You've got time. Maybe pop it in your basket now and press checkout. This is really cool. This is a proper treat if you love Stamps by Me, or maybe you just love a bargain.
Absolutely, and because obviously most of the items in the show are super affordable, I'm really conscious of keeping the price point as low as possible. And what I'm doing is I'm spreading my content now over more shows, so I'm here more often. So we've got a lot of focus on just one item, so you can enjoy the process and enjoy the demonstrations. But this little beautiful bundle here is to get you started, maybe with Stamps by Me, or maybe if you're looking at the designs and thinking, do you know what, I'm just a new follower to Stamps by Me, I don't have many of their products, then you're probably going to get something that you haven't got before. You can scan that QR code on the back, and we have the Eureka fan page where we have a fantastic family of nearly 6,000 followers who all create together. They are super kind, they're a fabulous bunch, and they treat everybody like family. So if maybe you are a crafter and you can't get to a class or you can't get out and about, the Eureka fan page is a great place to visit.
This is a content may vary, but this is typically what you'll get home, right? You will get a stamp of that size, a stencil of that size.
That's at $18.99.
That's worth $18.99, and our price is £18.
The whole price.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
50% of that stock has sold out. You're saving $27.97. Okay, 382020. Bravo. Oh, the butterfly sold out.
Oh.
Well done, everybody. Super pleased for you. And that's a proper bargain. That's exactly why we give you stock updates on the show, purely to keep you in the loop. The last thing I want to do is get to the end of the show and let you know that butterfly sold out half an hour ago. You'd be like, man, why didn't you say? That's why we say, hence half the stock of the other happy hour is gone. Let's talk.
Let's
Stay
do
fancy.
Yeah, let's do the handbag this time. This is absolutely delightful. It's so cool, and this is going to see all ages through, which is fantastic. So again, it's exactly the same concept. You get a visual on the front, you get your 4 stages, your fabulous QR code on the back, but the beauty about this one is you get some sunglasses as well. You can use them, you don't have to, but you can incorporate the glasses with the lipstick from the other collection. The bag works with the glasses and so on and so forth, and it works beautifully with the perfume bottle as well. Absolutely stunning. It's black on the front of there to showcase, but I'm going to do it in the same colour as my heel, because when I've done one in the same colour, I'm going to put a card together that coordinates. So again, same concept. So they are all of a numbers system. You can see the numbers, follow the numbers, and if you need that guide with those hearts, they are absolutely there to aid you if you want to, but you won't probably use them after time. So I'm just going to pop them on here, and I'm just going to line it up with the edge of the card. Then I know that every time I put another stencil on. And again, what's the beauty of this is the dimension of this design is from 3 stencils, which means the less stencils means that it's more affordable, you know. It's not packed with lots and lots of, to try and get a 3D look, it's not packed with lots and lots of stencils. You know, it's packed with 3, which is incredible, really. So let's just pop our mat out here. And again, we'll go with the same colour. And we'll just stencil through. So again, as I did with the heel, I'm just going to pop a light wash through.
Do you wash your stencils?
I do. Can you tell?
No, I didn't say, yeah. Do you?
Yes.
Do I need to?
You don't have to, but if you don't want contamination, you know, like one colour and making a muddy mess, it is a good idea to wash them, but it doesn't always happen. Like this will stay blue now till I do the next demonstration, probably tonight. But then I'll use a green so it doesn't look mucky.
Nice one.
Yeah, but just wash them under tap. Longevity-wise, you're set to go for life with these Quattro Ds, you really are. You probably will visit and visit and visit them for quite a while. Because we all know sometimes we don't use our stash after time, but that's the beauty of that lovely QR code as well.
Well, I love the difference. Like, we can use these to make and sell, can't we, Tony?
Of course you can, and you can bag them up, sell them as toppers if you wanted to.
Okay.
And just think as well, if you are a colourist and you're brilliant at colouring with a Copic alcohol marker or a brush or a pencil, stamp it and colour it yourself. You know, try and replicate maybe the design that's on the front. Try and achieve this yourself if you're wanting to learn light and shade and things like that. That's the beauty of it. I don't have to be a colourist because I've got the stencils, but if I'm advanced and I'm not bothered about the stencils, I can pick up a brush or a pen. That's the cool part about it. So stencil 1, you can see the bag is quickly coming together. Let's bring in number 2. Pop this over the corner.
By the way, the sunglasses at the top are really kooky, aren't they?
Let me, let's do the glasses as well.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Line it up, line your card back up best you can, and then I know all my others are going to line up. There we go. So let's do the glasses at the same time, so you can see the arms of the glasses.
Okay.
Right, number 2. So I'm just going to line this one up here with the edge of the card, keeping it all together, and this time I'm just going to use the same ink pad and just press on that little bit harder.
I think it's really reassuring that he's doing it with one colour. I'm sure you've got more colours at home, which you can absolutely go to town, can't you? But if you haven't, you don't need them.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the one colour, but if you've got confidence and you like to do the sort of rainbow effects and things like that, you can there's no rules, honestly. Experiment with them. You know, the stencil doesn't bite you and the card can go in the bin, you know, so just have fun with them. If you don't like the colour, do it again in a different colour. So if I take this away and it's not as dark as I'd like, I just pop the stencil back on. Let's do our glasses.
I like that, Meg. So like, if you had like a paper that had like a faux leather finish, or maybe it was like a textured
we've got lots of texture papers.
Yeah.
You could stamp straight on. You could have a leather look, a denim look. If you've got all of those fancy papers in your stash, and that striped one that's down there that you held up earlier, Dan, that is cool. It looks so retro. It is so cool. So if you want to skip the stencil part and just stamp onto pattern paper, I mean, that is cool.
It's funky, isn't it?
So chop it up and change it up, ladies and gents. Right, so let's just get a bit of... And tell you what, because we've got my cards going onto a pink card, I'm going to do pink lenses on my glasses.
Oh, absolutely.
Why not? I'm going to match my theme. So let's just press on really dark on this last one. So think about your glossy accents to get the shine on the shoe. Think about your sparkles to get a sparkly part of the bag. The cool thing about this is the embossing just doesn't emboss where the stencils have been or where the stamp has been. Absolutely not. It puts pinprick detail into the handbag. So we'll have some punch lines as if there's detail like studs in our bag and everything. It's so, so cool. So let me just make sure I've got enough colour through there. And then let's get a pink onto the...
Oh, they're the coolest things in the world, aren't they?
Fancy dress ones, these ones. So now you've got our cool... I mean, again, entity on its own if you want it to be, or totally do a sparkly outline. I'm just going to do a black outline because it's in keeping with the theme of my card, but you can do as you please. So let's get our mats here.
Oh, and you get a die for the sunglasses. Oh, I'm obsessed with sunglasses, aren't I, clearly? But you get a die for that too.
And you also get a die which cuts out the lenses.
So I can wear them.
So if you wanted to do a little like shaker card, a tiny little, you could do if you wanted to. But the heart works as an entity on its own, so you can put some hearts on your bag and things like that.
Like posh people have on the end of their nose, on a stick. What do they call them? They call glasses on a stick. You know, it's just the lenses and they're like at the theatre.
What they have at weddings and things.
What they have there. I don't know. I don't know.
So I'm just going to cut one on here because I've got nothing to hold it down. I won't risk the die moving, so I'm just going to pop this round here.
Do you want some tape?
Pop this on top. No, it'll be fine. Okay. And then we'll just run this one through, and then we'll have a lovely embellishment to finish our card, which is going to be awesome. Oh, I need to emboss it. I need to make it 3D, don't I?
I feel like, well, if you want to. I feel like sometimes when things take a bit of explaining of what you can do, it maybe leads you to think, oh, it's going to be it's like a long process. When it's not, it's just all the options of what you can do. Like you were talking through that. If you're not talking to, if I'm not stood next to you at home, and you're not talking to me about what you're doing, you can fly through these layers.
Oh, that's why I say do all your stenciling on 5 cards, all the stamping on 5 cards, all the die cutting, all the 3D embossing. You've got a packet of embellishments.
Yep.
All different colours.
Yep.
That makes me very happy thinking about that. So again, same as our shoe, we're just going to pop the embellishment into the front of the embossing folder, hold it in place. And do you know what? These are an absolute breath of fresh air because we do lots of systems that create lots of beautiful flowers. But my gosh, there are so many flowers, aren't there? So it's a lovely change to have something that will incorporate with all of the beautiful flowers that we've done as well. So, you know, if you were thinking to yourselves, oh, I've got lots of flowers, then these are going to work beautifully with, and these are going to sort of like...
work alongside, can't they?
They'll add a bit of fresh air into your florals as well, because you've got another element that's built in. So let's just run this through.
We've only got 20 minutes left on this show, and there's tons more still to come, by the way. I see David Waite over there getting ready for a brand new Tata Lace launch, which is extreme. Is that one day special, David? One day special. One day special. What was it called again? Perfectly Impressed. Perfectly Impressed. And then you go, perfectly impressed. Because that's what David did when he told us about it earlier.
So I'll show you the back, and then you'll be able to see the fabulous detail. I mean, look at that. You can even see the rivets where you would traditionally see it in gold on a handbag. Can you see?
That's cool.
Can you see the spots?
Little stitch detail.
Stitch detail. You've got the hook and eye. You've got the handles. So when I turn it over, you know that detail.
Oh,
there you go.
Toni.
You've got to scratch it. That's what you used to do to the ones in store. I used to look at shops and think, oh, press it. Oh, it's 3D, that. Like, oh, we can't achieve that as handmade card makers. Not before. I haven't stamped it.
Do you want to stamp it now?
No, I haven't got to, but that's just a credit to the design. It's so good. I forgot to stamp it. Oh, but anyway, you can stamp it if you want to. But yeah, so the ones that you see in store, we can make with Quattro. It is so good. Swap out the outline for wow foils, wow powders. Get that sparkly finish. Get that hot foil look on your cards, which gives that card that expensive feel. It's just awesome.
You can do it all at home. You can even stamp it if you want to. 541402. Just a quick shout out on the red boxes on the screen. 3 interest-free flex pays if you wish to use them. That is this month, next month, and next month. So Feb, March, and April. But you're not waiting till the last in payment. It's ASAP delivered to your door. Okay, here's a quick window. Don't forget to pop that happy hour in the same basket and the cardstock, for example. And whilst you're doing that, maybe consider today's deal of the day.
Now, I may be full of black and white today, but I tell you what, our deal of the day is just full of riotous colour. We have got 10 fabulous Ink Lily opaque gel pens for you. These are just fabulous. Can we just check the price out? For one day and one day only, £3.59 in the club. It is a steal. And look how fabulous they look. I've been playing. Look, I've had such fun with these. They look delicious on white card, but I think on black card, because they are highly pigmented, they look even better. Look at all of these fabulous colours that we have for you as well. You've got varied colours here for you, multicolours on the go. You can see in this particular one, we've got pinks and blues and greens and oranges. Great for your doodling, your art journaling as well. Whatever you fancy, whether it's your paper craft, whether it's your home decor, or whether it's just, well, a 50-plus something man having a lot of fun with a sheet of card. They are going to work for everybody. Your item number is 838174. There it is, your deal of the day. Read it, my friends. £3.59 from Create and Craft.
I love that. Isn't it cool? I like him writing it down as well. 541402 brings you the brand new and exclusive launch for you. Welcome to Create and Craft. This is a world launch for you. I know a lot of you are tuning in. A lot of you in the States know Toni, so thank you so much for tuning in here on Create and Craft and across Europe as well. You've all got your details, your dollars and cents, your shipping and handling on the screen. Here in the UK, Cap P&P of only $3.95 and 3 flexis if you wish. Choose them $17.99 for what? For the 2 brand new issue 10 and 11 of Quattro D, but this is the premier Quattro D of the fashionable items, the handbag, the lipstick, the sunglasses, the heels. Absolutely divine. And those 4 different crafting elements going through the dies, the stamps, the layering stencils, and the 3D embossing folder, which you could use all of them together as Tony's just shown you, or one element, or any of the 2 combined together, or just a third, whatever you'd rather do. Then how cool are these odds? Even the shine and the gloss on that lipstick there, that is the sort of thing that you can be achieving. I love that paper, the patterned paper on that card you're seeing right there with the bag. Super stylish, or even that. Wow, yeah, that ombre rainbow heel. Now we're talking. Is it for a wedding? Is it for your best friend? Is it for someone just turning 21 off at university? Is it someone that you've been friends with for 50 years and you guys it's just right up your street and it's perfectly representation of what you absolutely adore? Or maybe it's just the crafting knowledge and the know-how and the possibilities and the opportunities that Toni is bringing you with this Quattro D. Whatever the reason, half the stock has gone at 541402. That is the best reason for me, because you've still got stock, you've still got the discount, you've still got all the flexi pays. One item number, if you just want one or the other. Toni, come with me if you're free. It's 541402, that fashion collection. Now then, gutted I missed you when you were here with Teresa.
Yeah.
I do know Teresa, I've worked with her before. Wonderful, huge crafter in the States. And you guys combined together, and this is one of your launches.
It is. So we launched, I'd say about 4 months ago, and we did a cruise giveaway as well.
Yeah, you did.
Which the lovely Mary Irvine won on our show, which is fabulous, and she's attending the cruise, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. But this collection is so much for your money. So 12 by 12 paper pad, patterned papers galore, watercolour finished, florals, sentiments, toppers, tags, all of it, all of the absolute good stuff. High quality paper, as always, from Stamps by Me.
There's a lot here, Toni.
250 GSM, uncoated, giving you the capability to ink and play around with colour, blend those edges and stamp. So that's just the paper collection at the top, okay? Down by the base...
What's this? Sorry, Toni.
They're envelopes, I'll show you in a second.
Oh, okay.
So on the base here, is getting a bit giddy. So on the base here, we have fold and send. Now, this is brand new to Stamps by Me. We did it together with Teresa. We've got lots more of these coming. And basically, it's 6 envelopes.
Is that what this is?
Let me just show you here, Dan. I'm just going to grab one.
Okay.
It's 6 fabulous envelopes, which are double-sided. And you have a small panel on one side, and then on the other side, you have like a larger panel. They are pre-scored. And then all you need to do, and this is about seeing your design totally through. So if you are making an extra special gift, you have it all covered in this collection. And then you fold this down, and then you have an envelope. Then you're thinking, oh my gosh, all right, well, that's all good, Toni, but how do I stick it? You have coordinating stickers. Here we go. Is there some stickers there, Dan?
There you go.
And the beautiful stickers see your design all the way through and seal that beautiful coordinating envelope. Now, what our design team did to showcase them, they felt like they were absolutely wasting them, bless them, because they didn't know how to obviously present an envelope. Because it's difficult, isn't it? They made some albums, which is what you're referring to.
Oh, these are so cool,
So they connected the flaps on the envelopes, added some of the toppers from the papers, and created mini albums, tags, toppers. But it doesn't end there. So you get your 12 by 12 paper, you get your fold and send envelopes.
Yep.
Then moving across the counter here, we have a beautiful, which is in my demo in a second, 3D embossing folder. You all know our fabulous 3D embossing folders. Then we move down here to a stamp and a coordinating die. And then on the end here, we have our incredible vellum.
Wow, look at all of these.
And you get a whole bunch of vellum. The design sees
For £40?
Yeah. And so here you see, it's what's left from the show, basically. And that is the fabulous embossing folder that is in with that built-in script in there. Absolutely beautiful. Just the papers on their own speak volume, but combined, you can make some really pretty projects. So maybe if you are doing a bit of scrapbooking.
Yeah.
Or even just card making, cards to go in those incredible envelopes.
I know we're meant to be wrapping up, but these papers are insane.
They are really pretty. So you're going to get a bit of an eclectic mix of me and Teresa. So the tags and toppers are Teresa's avenue. And then as you go through, you'll see the large florals, which see me through. So like then the watercolour florals.
Wow.
Panels, absolutely incredible. Words,
I wish that was all right
so
around.
you can cut them through. They are double-sided. The words on the back match the words on the front. So if you cut one from the front and you pop it onto a clear acetate page, you're going to see that design through.
What?
Some washers, some words. Remember this, the best days. So if you are a traditional 12 by 12 scrapbooker, you can absolutely do that. But I've been making albums and tags and things like that for my family. It's just an incredible kit, honestly. The paper pad's £22.
It's £40.49 in total.
Yeah, so it's a good deal. It is what's left, though. It's absolutely what's left. We're working on the next one.
Well, it's an absolute treat then, isn't it? 664, sorry, no, made that up. 667, 614, 2146 is your saving there. All of your other recaps on the website, createandcraft.com. That's where you can see everything on this show page, 4 p.m. And you spy other bits and bobs as well for you, and the deal of the day. Not forgetting, if you are online with your phone or your tablet, you can always scan the QR code on the screen and download the new working Create and Craft app, which is highly exciting. You haven't got to scan the QR code, you can just go to your app provider and search Create and Craft. Use that cool squiggly and, not the A-N-D. You won't find us otherwise. Ampersand, is that the right one? For you, you'll find us that way. You can watch, you can shop, you can plan whatever you fancy.
So shall we build this card?
Yes, please.
What we've done all the hard work for. So let me just cut a piece of this card, and I'm going to use my beautiful fashion collection onto the lovely embossing folder that's in that Teresa set, because it is truly beautiful. And an embossing folder, it looks incredible on white, then it's a good embossing folder. So let's run this one through. So it's actually an embossing folder that's got a lot of script in too, which is amazing. Let's put it in this.
Do you ever dampen your cast?
No. No. You can if you want to, if you've got machines that crack, but I've never experienced that, so.
Okay.
Right, let's just get this one here. So I'm just going to run this one through. Super gorgeous.
I'm so impressed with the prices on this show. There you go. It's 667, 614, 40.49 in the club. Wow. In its own right, maybe that's all you're going through on the show. You've got ClearPay, you've got PayPal, but if it goes in the same basket as the Quattro, you've got Flexi if you wish.
Right, let's show you this. Do you want to open it?
Yeah, please. Oh, I get to do the treat bit.
You get to do the posh stuff.
Oh, I know how to do it safely at the other end. Wow.
Tilt it forward. There you go.
Wow.
It's
I love how it just peels
so
away.
Beautiful, and the deboss is equally as beautiful.
I'm as obsessed with debossing as I am with embossing. I think it's...
A lot of my cards I end up putting the deboss on.
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah, so so you could
pour a bit of ink in there or something.
Yeah, like now
if you
you
want
could
to.
take your blending brush. I don't know what colour's on here, but let's just grab a bit of scrap. And just like add just with the excess ink on there, maybe just highlight the floral element of it if you want to. You can pick up the brush. That's what we've done with all of our embossing folders for years, is paint the embossing folder. So now you can see how beautiful that is. So you can add colour if you want to. So let's just build our card. So the one that I've done, I've left it completely white, but it does show you that it does work if you want to add that halo. Okay, so let's just quickly get this put together.
Lovely email from Kim saying the Quattro D is in her basket, as was the butterfly happy hour. So you got hold of that,
well done.
Kim, when you sent that email. Thank you ever so much.
Well done. I'm just using a tape pen here for speed. And I like the smooth side on this card. This card is an absolute bargain, and it's gummed, so you just tear off the sheet when you need it.
Okay.
Leave them stacked in a pile, just tear off the sheet. And because it's so affordable, I'm not precious about what I use it for at all.
Yeah.
You know. It die cuts beautifully. It has a white core as well, so if you like to do your mediums and your sandbacks, you can absolutely do that too. So a bit of white too. And then we have another piece of pink in our fabulous embossing folder, which I just trimmed down. Shall we do the deboss? Yeah, let's do the deboss.
Go on then.
For a change. Well, not for a change in my world at home, but on TV I'll use the deboss because it does look really nice. You can see that there. That is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
But you're not going to say no, I guess.
That's horrible. That's horrible, Tony. I wouldn't have done that if I were you. No, we're very lucky that you're extremely thoughtful in what you bring together, and I think your taste is very much, to a lot of people's taste, actually, are very inspirational as well, Tony, I'd say.
I do like clean and simple. I do step it up sometimes and do try a little bit of mixed media, but it's always very soft. I like white. I like to see.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, I think you are so good at white space.
Yeah, I like the white space.
I think that's such a hard thing to achieve, because you see a white space, you're thinking something goes there, a topper, a gem, a pearl, a drop. Of course, it can do. But there's an awful lot to be said for just leaving it.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like a clean and simple card. I mean, these in white, just embossed on the 3D embossing folder, die cut on a white card with the coloured sentiment, a gold foiled sentiment with the wows or something like that. That's my type of card. So let's just pop this up here on a pad. Oh, maybe straight. Oh.
Nope.
Sorry, people are saying just leave it. I'm like, no, I can't. There we go. And then let's just pop this shoe on the front. Now I'm going to double pad this shoe because that's already got a pad underneath. So it will just look flat if I just do the one pad. So I'm going to double pad this one.
Okie dokie.
And then you'll get that extra elevation which will make it stand proud from the handbag. But equally, then again, this is a credit to Quattro D, if you don't want to post cards with bulk, because of the cost, you can get the 3D look completely flat. Remember that.
Very good point.
Remember that.
Like the shine and where it could be the gloss off the leather, for example, couldn't it? Just the glint of the light or whatever you fancy.
Where should I put it?
I think where you were.
Shall we do it on an angle?
If you want. Oh no.
Straight
to...
I'll just overlap it so it like it's meant to be.
Okay.
And then all it needs is a sentiment of whoever's choice, but look at the detail in there. I love it. I'll lean it forward so you can see that detail. You remember these, you remember back in the day, Dan, about 10 years ago, we used to have the toppers that you just used to pop out. Can you remember? And people used to put them on cards and they were like three-dimensional. You just popped them out of a book.
Yeah.
And it was quick craft, wasn't it? We are making those toppers ourselves.
Also, they made
doing all of the 4 things,
like chipboard or almost like a bubbly thing.
Doing it ourselves though, with this
point.
4-stage process. Gone are the days of just popping them out of a book. You need to get involved, use your brushes, change up the colour, have fun with it. That's the whole process, the whole 4-stage process. But equally, you can totally break it down. I could use that stamp, take it away with me to the caravan or wherever I was going, just the stamp and colour it and have fun with it. So to have the 4 combinations is just really, really cool. I love maybe do all 4. You think, yeah, I'm going to town, away I go. But nevertheless, you want to do one of them. For a background, whatever you fancy, just do one. It's 541402. We've got more samples to show you, but this is what you can be doing at home.
What I'm about to show you is really, really cool, because maybe you've got lots of the previous Quattro Ds. Maybe you haven't got any, but you're thinking going forwards, what might you be doing? You've got a whole load of cuts there that we're going to team up and show you exactly how they can work together if you want to.
I brought all of the ones from other designs, so cocktails, the perfume from last weekend, and I mean, they're not exactly the same colour, but you can, oh, sorry, done. So you can see if you built the shoe in front of, that's glued down, that shoe, but as you can see, if you built that shoe on top of this perfume bottle, that would look like a beautiful, high-end, elegant card. I mean,
well, that whole corsage could be on the shoe or on the bag, couldn't it?
And then look at this one.
Now we're talking.
Cocktails in with your shoes and things like that. So the concept is such that you have your layering system and it gives you this lovely sort of embellishment. Use it with the 3D embossing folder and you'll get the texture at the top, but it just looks so different every time you maybe change the colour. So you've seen the one that's like multicoloured on the desk at the front, but equally the iconic red and black heels are fabulous, aren't they? You can relate to them. So that's this shoe. Shall we have a look at the...
Sure.
I'll just see if I can find an embellishment from when I did the show. So I mean, these are like not the right colours, so you'll have to use your imagination a little bit. But you can imagine the bag in front of the cake and the iconic glasses on there. And again, let's just bring in a darker. In fact, no, let's bring in a mojito. It's not the right colour,
yeah,
but I think you'll get the idea. So you can stack the drinks.
Oh, it feels like you're just going on holiday, doesn't it? You've got your bag, you stop at the airport, you have a cocktail on the way.
And I think they're just great for all ages. I don't think it works beautifully for a 15-year-old girl or a gentleman or 20 or 75, you know. It's just amazing. I absolutely love Quattro D. I'm really passionate about Quattro D, and I know that the outcome for a crafter is a game changer for crafters. You're going to feel really energised when you get those results after you use that 4-stage process, because normally we can't achieve it. We're always missing one of the elements. It's funny now because, you know, the layering stencils and dies that I do, which are awesome, by the way. My design team are like,